Today does not disappoint. Here is Florida at its best. Our beloved Grady Judd does another bang-up job with two separate investigations that net a total of 11 people and keeping drugs off the street of the state of Florida. Check this out. 11 people face charges in two separate Polk County drug trafficking busts, Sheriff Grady Judd states. Nearly a dozen people were arrested as part of a multi-agency investigation into two separate drug trafficking organizations, according to Polk County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Grady Judd held a press conference on Tuesday saying two investigations resulted in arrest of 10 men and one woman who were involved in the trafficking multiple kilos of fentanyl and cocaine. The law enforcement trafficking in heavy illicit substances. Law enforcement said a total of 14 kilos of C and 3.5 kilos of fent and fent pills were seized, along with 4 firearms, a vehicle, and $12,985 in U.S. currency. According to the Sheriff's Office, the following agencies participated in the investigation: Central Florida High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Task Force, Winter Haven Police Department, 10th Judicial Circuit State Attorney's Office, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Florida Department Attorney General's Office, FBI, DEA, and the Department of Justice. The first investigation, dubbed Espinito Romero Central Florida Drug Trafficking Organization, resulted in the arrest of 5 men. Deputies said 56-year-old Pedro Romero of Kissimmee was believed to be involved in the sale of multiple kilos of C. Romero has a criminal history that includes robbery, trafficking in C, other narcotic violations related to MDMA and C, and federal narcotic violations resulted in Romero being incarcerated in federal prison for 80 months. According to a news release, detectives arranged to buy a kilo of C from Romero in Haines City in November. Deputies said Romero brought his drug supplier, 44-year-old Maximo Espinosa of Kissimmee, with him to the deal transaction. Deputies said in an investigation revealed that Espinosa was operating a drug trafficking organization between the Northeast U.S., Florida, Puerto Rico, and Mexico that traffic kilo amounts of C and fent. Espinosa has previously been arrested federally for arms trafficking in heroin, according to law enforcement officials. According to the release, undercover detectives set up several other transactions to purchase C and fent, including one in Haines City on January 2nd. Espinosa showed the detectives 10 kilos of C and 2 kilos of fent in the trunk of his car. Deputies said Espinosa contacts would travel to Polk County to provide fent. Law enforcement officials said they were able to arrest Espinosa and 2 others who were in separate vehicles involved in the drug transactions. Investigators identified 2 fentanyl suppliers, a 35-year-old Pedro from West Palm Beach and a 22-year-old Pedro of Waimama. In addition, during the arrest, a white BMW fled the scene, striking one of the undercover deputies in the legs. Officials were able to track down the vehicle and arrest 34-year-old Omar of West Palm Beach. Law enforcement said they were able to arrest Espinosa and 2 others who were in separate vehicles involved in the drug transaction. Romero was later arrested by FDLE and booked into the Polk County Jail. According to the release, Espinosa was taken into federal custody where he faces drug trafficking charges. Velaz and Alvarez were charged and booked in Polk County. And there you go. There are the pictures of the Espinosa Drug Trafficking Organization right there. And as you notice, Maximo Espinosa's face has been removed. Are they turning him into a snitch? We are all working to fight fentanyl, which is killing people by the thousands in the U.S. because of drug overdoses, Judd said. These drug traffickers are destroying lives, families, and communities. These drugs go hand in hand with violence and misery in our communities. Deputies said the second investigation, called Cologne Drug Trafficking Organization, resulted in the arrest of 5 men and 1 woman on December 17th who are accused of being part of a drug trafficking organization known to sell trafficking amounts of cocaine, H, and fent. According to the release, investigators learned in August that a man named Louis Flacco was linked to drug trafficking in Polk County. Detectives said they met with Flacco, who offered to sell kilos of C, H, and fent to undercover detectives. During the investigations, officials said they learned the source of the supply of the C was offered by Salicido Rodriguez was Roosevelt Colon of Poinciana. Detective first arranged for the purchase of 1 kilo of C. In December, detectives arranged a second purchase of additional C. An undercover detective initially met with Luis and a 29-year-old Miguel, who arrived in a BMW sedan. While they were talking, a pickup truck arrived containing Roosevelt, Colon, and Julio Rodriguez. They were in possession of 1 kilo of C. During the conversation, another vehicle arrived. The vehicle contained 44-year-old Jasmine Colon, 47-year-old Omar Medina, and a 7-year-old girl in Jasmine's custody. Deputies said they pulled over all vehicles and arrested all persons involved except for the child. According to the release, more than 2 kilos of C were obtained during the investigation, 2,198.91 grams, in addition to $8,535 in U.S. currency, and 2 firearms were seized during those arrests. Those arrested faced the following charge. Flacco is charged with trafficking in C and possession of paraphernalia. Roosevelt Colon faces charges of armed trafficking in C and possession of paraphernalia. Julio faces charges of armed trafficking in C and possession of paraphernalia. Miguel charged with trafficking in C. No charges for Jasmine Colon. And fentanyl kills people, DRT. Dead right there, right now, and all concerns us. And there you have it. There's the information. 11 people, 2 separate investigations, arrested, keeping the streets of Florida clean. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to learn how to support the Bullhorn Betty channel, you can do that by liking, sharing, and subscribing, or donating to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or just simply providing a super thanks.